Hey, good evening, wrestling fans, and we're set to go here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. If we get Rose to turn that commercial off in our background, it would be great. As we got Anna Maltos, a junior, going against Aliyah Ashkanani, a freshman. So, Rose, if you can hear me, if you can turn that commercial off. Thank you. And we're underway. Anna Maltos with the early takedown. She's walking a double arm bar across on Aliyah Ashkanani. Anna's a junior for the Beat Diggers, and Ashkanani is a freshman. And they're weighing in at 120 pounds. Ashkanani a little smaller, according to the coach. So we get 3 near fall points out of that. This is Rob Hastings and Jason Holdren here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com as Anna Maltos walking an arm bar, reinforced around on Ashkanani, picking up the back points, going for the pin. She's got went to the double arm bar, loses that, keeps the arm. She's going to pick up 3 near fall points and go up by a score of 7-0. Should be 8-0, I think. Did he only award 2 back points on that one?
2 back points on that first near fall, Rob.
Okay. We got a little headgear problem. I think this is a first for me, 2 girls wrestling.
It is a first for me also.
Okay. Ashkanani, a good set on the bottom. The blue singlet. Pretty blue singlet for the University Bulldogs. And a little snap back by Maltos for a 1 count. She catches a arm hammerlock kind of between an arm bar and a hammerlock. Now she'll get on top, straddle her opponent, step over, reinforce that, kind of that reinforced granny, loses that, but she keeps her arm bar, grabs a far shoulder, throws Ashkanani on her back, trying to get chest to chest. Kanani gets back to her base, and there'll be 3 more near fall points going the Beat Diggers' way, and we're headed to the second period, 10-0 for Anna Maltos. With a big grin, she wasn't quite sure what to do. She's going to take the down position. And Ali Ashkanani, freshman, on the left side. Quick stand up by Anna, turns and faces her opponent, gets a 1-point escape. She'll be up 11-0. And we got a takedown for Anna. And she's not sure what she's trying to set up there. Okay, as she's getting her work back on her back again. Anna Maltos going for the pin now, 1:25 on the clock. As Anna Maltos now, she gets the reverse half in there, trying to get better chest-to-chest position. Referee right in the road now. She's got kind of a headlock and loses. Well, it keeps her hold. We'll get a 3-point near fall, and that'll be a match. Tech fall win for the Beat Digger lady at 16-0. How about that? Let's take 30 seconds on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Freshman for the Beat Diggers, Izzy Toralba, is going to take on Jeff Harmer from University. Harmer, a junior. Got a little different singlet for Harmer. Got the long leggings, or long shorts, I guess you call them, on the singlet. And we got white on top, kind of a slash with the University on it, blue on the left leg. As we get set to go here, a second JV match. We'll call this a 132-pound match. Is Harmon trying to fight off a single leg here by Toralba. Toralba working that in and can't quite complete it. Now they'll break apart. Izzy Toralba, the freshman, gets a little underhook. Always got the kind of an arm bar. Tried that little Gazzoni headlock, and he throws Harmer right to his back, going for the fall. 30 seconds gone here, first period. Toralba going for the pin, and there it is. That was a quick pin. As we give a 33-second pin to the freshman from Brush, Izzy Toralba. How about that? His mom's happy up in the stands. And that'll set us up for introduction of our wrestlers for the varsity match. We'll start at 220 pounds as Jose Rodriguez will pick up a forfeit. Then Jordan Krieger at heavyweight will also get an open or forfeit win. And the match we was hoping for, Conrad Cole was supposed to go against Reese Allies. Allies was sick and stayed home. He's not here tonight. Allies ranked 14. Conrad Cole ranked number 4 in the state by on the mat as we get set for our
get started with
starters here on the PA system.
At 106 pounds, front brush.
So we don't have to yell over him. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and be back on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com in a moment. Okay, welcome back to Brush as we're going through the starting lineups. I guess we're going to start over here again as Jose Rodriguez will go for the Beat Diggers, a freshman at 220. He'll be the first match up. He'll receive a forfeit. Jordan Krieger, also a freshman at heavyweight, 285. He goes about 202. Krieger will get an open victory, as will Conrad Cole at 106. His opponent, Reese Allies, sick, didn't show up tonight, so Beat Diggers will start out the duel 18-0 going against Highland University Bulldogs. Then at 113, Mackie Sandoval, a freshman, will take on Demetrius Duran, a junior from University.
At 120 pounds, Alec Peterson, a freshman for Brush, will go against Tadian Bowie from University.
And at 126, Elijah Mora will take on Brandon Medhurst, a junior for University.
132 pounds, Bo Rocha, a sophomore for Brush, against Benito Gutierrez from University.
And at 138, Caitlin Brandt, a sophomore for the Beat Diggers, will take on a freshman, Jared Sandistray from University.
145 pounds, Jake Morrow, one of the seniors for Brush, against Luis Morales from University.
And at 152, for the Beat Diggers, Tyler Stratman, the junior, will take on Matthew Sevestray, a sophomore for University.
And at 160 pounds, Justin Bass, also a senior from Brush, against Matt Workman of University.
Okay, and then we go to Ezra Gutierrez, sophomore. He's moving down to the 170s, and he'll take on Thomas Witherspoon, a senior from University High.
At 182 pounds, Alec Muir, a freshman from Brush, wrestling up a couple of weights tonight against Emil Horingard from University.
And you got through that one pretty well. And our last match of the night, it'll be freshman Joe Carwin at 195 pounds taking on Tanner Reed, also a freshman from University High. Okay, that does it for our starting lineups. Let's take a short time out. We'll be back with Varsity Wrestling on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome, and we'll kick off the match with Jose Rodriguez. Freshman picking up his forfeit win at 220. Shakes hands with the coaches. Justin Garcia, the coach for University High. And, of course, new coach for the Beat Diggers this year, Troy Lusenhop, out of Fort Hays State and high school at Loveland High.
Our ref tonight, Bob Kopetsky out of Wiggins. See him at quite a few duels and tournaments, and once in a while at state.
Been doing this a long time. As Jordan Krieger will take his forfeit win, freshman for the Beat Diggers at heavyweight, 285. Yeah. And go ahead.
Yeah, I suppose Bob's been reffing for close to 25 years now.
Been a while. As Conrad Cole picks up another 6 points for the Beat Diggers as he gets the forfeit win at 106. Okay, we're ready for our first match. Mackie Sandoval, a freshman, takes on Demetrius Duran, a junior. Which one do you want to do, Jason?
And Mackie Sandoval wrestled pretty well at the Smoky Hill Invitational last weekend. I think he went 3-1. What I read in the paper anyway. So these freshmen for Brush are really improving. We're just about to get underway. The ref blows the whistle, and they tie up in the center of the mat. Back away now. Mackey with a little head slap, wrist control there. Drops down, tries for a quick single. There it is. Tried to pick it up. Now he's got that short fireman look. He's going to stand back up and break away from Demetrius Duran. Now Mackey Sandoval with a front headlock slips out to the side looking for that near side cradle. Now he just drops down to the double leg, and he's going to get the 2-point takedown to start this duel. So Mackey up 2-0. Right on the edge of the mat. Can't get their backs to us. Just looks like he's doing wrist control, maybe looking for a cheap tilt look out of that. A wrist, and tried to put a half in there. Still right on the edge of the mat. Mackey Sandoval still with wrist control as Duran tries to stand up. Mackey pulls him back down. He might be trying to get that arm out for an arm bar.
It looks like he's trying to set up a three-quarter Nelson with one hand or something here.
Now he reaches up, has that ankle locked and underneath there, but Duran stretched out flat on the mat. Mackey trying to pull that head under. Now Mackey just lost that ankle. Duran turns, tries to face him, and Mackey's going to let him go. So Duran's going to get the escape. Mackey's still up 2-1. Once again, Mackey reaches for that front headlock look, spins around behind, gets a 2-point takedown. Now with a crossface, running that head, reaches under for the barbed wire, and we're going to run out of time in the first period. And Mackey Sandoval is going to be up 4-1 after one period.
Good veteran moves by the freshman.
Looking pretty good so far out there. Mackey's going to choose the bottom position to start the second period. He's set. Duran gets on from the right side. Mackey with a quick stand-up, going to turn and face him. Gets a 1-point escape just 5 seconds into the second period. Mackey with a little fireman puts Duran to his back, picking up back points, switches over to a headlock. Has Duran on his back. Looks like he's going to let him, looked like he was going to let him back to his base for a minute. And he's going to pick up 3 near fall points, going to go up 10-1 now. Mackey with a little tilt, picking up back points again. He's going to pick up another three back points as Duran rolls out of it and comes up on his feet. 13-2 now the score for Mackey over Duran. Mackey Sandoval. Just a freshman for these Beat Diggers. He's in on another double leg. Dumps Duran down. Going to pick up 2 more points. Goes up 15-2.
Mackey's been fighting Tony Lopez for this varsity spot. Also, Tony's also a junior. They're not afraid of those juniors as they go out of bounds.
Go out of bounds, and they'll go back to the center of the mat. Mackey ready on top. Busts Duran down, gets wrist control underneath. For a little armbar look there as Duran bases back up. Grabs that wrist underneath with that armbar, trying to run that head, going to put Duran on his back. Duran just about pulls out of it. Mackey Sandoval pulls him back down to the mat. He's flat on his back there, just trying to bridge out. Beat Digger's going to pick up another 5 points at least, maybe 6, and there's the pin. Going to pick up 6 more points to go up 24-0 so far in this duel.
Let's call that 3:58 of the match. How about that? Let's talk about some of our sponsors like T.O. Charlie's. See T.O. Charlie's for a great used car or truck today. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you. Stop by and check them out at 700 West Platte in Fort Morgan. and Ingmar Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush. Ingmar Phillips Insurance, they have that home, health, auto, farm business, and workers' compensation insurance at their offices, both Fort Morgan and Brush. Ingmar Phillips Insurance. Okay, we're up to 120 pounds. Another freshman for the Beat Diggers, Alec Peterson. He's ranked number 10 in the state by on the mat at 126 pounds. He takes on Kayatan Bowie, sophomore from University, and he's right in on a double-leg tackle, and they work their way across the mat and go out of bounds. Kayatan just about slipped away from him. Bowie also in the white singlet with the left leg in blue. And there's a little 2-on-1. Oh, and a tilt coming out of that. Rolling over the top is Bowie, but they'll be out of bounds again. To restart as they face our way. Right under the bright mat light. And there'll be a little bit of a caution on Alec. Got a little bit excited there. So I have to restart. And there's a little kind of a Granby roll up by Bowie, but Peterson locks that up. Throws in a grapevine, spladles him right out, but Bowie, he's in a pickle there as he's trying to work out of that. I think that's more the banana splits because he's in trouble, but the back exposure is not quite there for the referee. Now Bowie trying to kick Peterson as Peterson slipped through the legs, and still no back points coming. Now Peterson kind of using a leg ride and a little bit of a Turk. And they go out of bounds with only one count on the back points.
Bowie's pretty squirrely out there. He got off his back quite a few times, just rolled through. And
a little taller and stringier than Peterson. As they restart, a little spiral ride by Peterson. He's going right back to that banana split move, and he got a one count there. Now he's going for the pin. Titan Bowie's really limber. Somehow he got out of that. You don't see people get out of that move very often. As Peterson a little high. So get the crossface in there. We get a couple back points out of that. Peterson up 4-0 as Bowie catches a crossface. And a headlock slip by Peterson, and Bowie's on top. We'll give him the reversal. As now Bowie going to the tight waist. As Peterson trying to work off the bottom now. Kayatan Bowie throws a grapevine in, but Peterson grabs an arm, throws it up over the top, steps back over, has Bowie over on a hip. As Bowie's kind of caught underneath, working on the ankle and knee, and we'll head to the second period. A lot of action of that. 6-2 for Alec Peterson here at 120 pounds. You have a 2-point takedown of Peterson, a reversal and 2 near fall points, and a reversal by Bowie, and a 2-point reversal by Peterson. Peterson will be in a down position going into the second period. And a quick stand-up, turns and faces Bowie for the escape. That'll put him up 7-2. Beat Digger in the lead. There's a long single leg by Bowie. Peterson sprawls away from it, shoots. Bowie tries to spin around a little bit of a front headlock, and they'll be out of bounds. We're right at mat side here at the Digger Dome. Here's the varsity mat with a gold circle and the maroon 10-foot circle. It's shot in there by Bowie. Peterson kind of baited that in and grabs a knee, throws a headlock and drives Bowie over the top. Now he's got kind of a whizzer in there, and Bowie they go out of bounds, waiting for the referee's signal there. That's why I paused for a moment, because Peterson still had a little bit of a whizzer in there, fought off that takedown. Bowie in deep, but Peterson stretching out, has a cross face, and he's got that trying to get his reverse grapevine in there. Bowie going for the takedown. He's hanging on to a single leg, but Peterson fighting it off, trying to get around behind and get a little control. He's got Bowie underneath him, and they'll roll out of bounds. No control, so they have to restart. This is one you want a video camera for. They're just rocking, flopping, going everywhere. On their feet now. 7-2 for Peterson. Bowie with a shot. Peterson catches a chin, and now Bowie tries to spin around behind as he's got loose front headlock. Drag out by Peterson. He can't get his arms clear, so they come up facing each other and they'll go out of bounds. Another good scramble.
These two pretty wiry out here.
Yeah. There's a bang foreheads. Bowie snaps Peterson down, catches him in a front headlock. Peterson kind of crunches up. Here comes that headlock. Bowie throws him over. Peterson rolls through. Stays off his back. Still no control by Bowie. He's just trying to step around behind Peterson. Does a little arm roll. He's got Bowie caught in that arm roll. Kind of a, not quite a Peterson roll. He's got a grapevine in there. Reaches back for a headlock, and Bowie's on his hip as Peterson trying to lock up this headlock, even though Bowie's got him in a leg scissor. Bowie trying to get, Peterson has a takedown. Now he's got a more conventional headlock on Bowie, and we'll get 2 near fall points out of that, plus the takedown. So where are we at on the scoreboard? There's 5 in this period, so we're up 11-2 for Alec Peterson for the Beat Diggers, and we'll go on our feet here in the third period. And there's a long-range shot by Bowie. Peterson got kind of caught on his heels, and Bowie in deep on a double leg as Peterson, the crotch pry, trying to fight off this takedown by Bowie. Bowie's got his head down in the mat, and the referee's going to call a stalemate. Good counter there by Peterson to fight that off. There's a shot by Peterson. We'll get a stalling on Peterson. Excuse me, the shot was by Bowie. He just took a step away from the shot. I'm not quite sure what that didn't look like a stall to me. Now Peterson catches a front headlock as Bowie had shot in, trying to work off that front headlock. Bowie really tripoded up there. Peterson has that front headlock, putting a lot of shoulder pressure right into the back of Bowie. Keeping that front headlock, trying to improve on that as they spin a 360. And we'll get another stalemate. 1:11 on the clock. Peterson up by 9. Third period. Work wrist control. Bowie reaches a long arm out, hooks a thigh, but Peterson has 2 hands on one wrist, and they break apart. Right-hand Bowie is trying some pummeling. Nice job by Peterson to shoot in underneath it, and they'll be out of bounds. About, what do you say, 21 feet in front of us?
Probably.
Okay. We're out of danger. At least while they're little. There's a shot by Bowie. Now we're going to get a penalty point going on a stall on Peterson. He did take a step back on that one. And Peterson's got a headlock, front headlock on Bowie. Bowie somehow fought out of that. Peterson couldn't step over the leg and get some control. And break out of that move. And pummel for inside control with 20 seconds. Hard snap down by Bowie. And he's going to work a headlock of his own. Peterson trying to drag out of that as they get over the edge. He throws that reverse grapevine in there, has control, but referee didn't award it, and they'll be out of bounds. Still 11-3. Down to 5 seconds. Bowie trying to hard snap down on Peterson, and that'll be the match. It'll be 11-3, major victory for the Beat Diggers as Alec Peterson will pick up the victory. Next up will be Elijah Moore against Brandon Medhurst. But don't forget our friends over at B&B Appliance, 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan. Place to shop for all your appliance needs is B&B Appliance. Member of the Brand Source Retail Program. So they got all those great Whirlpool appliances over there, and Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to the consumers. And they're part of the KSIR B106 Scholarship Program. As we get set to go.
The Beat Diggers picked up another 4 points with that major decision with Alec Peterson beating Katie and Bowie 11-3, go up 28-0 in this duel as Elijah Moore is underway. They're locked up in the middle of the mat. Elijah, little duck under, drops down to a single, picks it up. Still has it up. Trips Brandon Medhurst down, picks up the 2-point takedown. So Elijah scores first, up 2-0. Hammerlock look by Elijah. Has it behind. Reaches around the front.
Tried to reinforce Granny. Still working that back there.
Still has that hammerlock back there. Now trying to reinforce it.
Takes the right wrist, puts it on the left, but rear end, and now
now he hooks up a double arm bar, rolls Medhurst right to his back, picking up back point, sits through, and gets the 1-minute pin.
All right, at 1 minute. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. We're at 132 pounds. Bo Rocha, sophomore for the Beat Diggers, going against Benito Gutierrez. And Rocha, so that I call it the reverse grapevine in there, but couldn't complete his move, so they break apart. Oh, and a pancake right to his back goes Gutierrez. He's trying to bridge out of there as Rocha just dumped him, pancaked him right to his back. He's trying to improve on that pin hold as Gutierrez bridging out of there. Now kind of out in front with that pin hold. There, now he locks up the headlock. Now he tightens it up, trying to get more chest-to-chest out to the side. And Rocha now with the one arm. Got to go into the kind of a Turk move now as he reaches back, hooks the ankle, trying to stretch Gutierrez out. Gutierrez pretty well built. And Bo moving up in weight, but he's got Gutierrez in trouble. 38 seconds left here, first period. Rocha's got a leg in there and the Turk on the shoulder. It's kind of way across the chest with that. This is more of the pick and step move that we see, trying to Turk Gutierrez over. He's had him on his back here most of the first period. As Gutierrez trying to fight off his back. Rocha trying to improve and gets him over, but can't quite put him away. Now he's hooked up the full headlock there. That reverse half. Gutierrez broke that free, and we'll get 3 near fall points out of 2 minutes on his back. That was the second period with Rocha up 5-0. Both wrestlers sophomore. Gutierrez will take the down position. University Bulldog in that white singlet with the blue. Rocha in on the right side. Quick stand up by Gutierrez. Kind of a double leg. Gutierrez tries to throw Rocha over the top. But Rocha has Gutierrez on his back. Gutierrez hanging on to a single leg maybe a little bit too long as Rocha takes that, Turks him right over with the left hand this time. And he's got Gutierrez there for a moment. Now he'll switch off that headlock and kind of got an arm bar with that grapevine. Gutierrez goes one way, then the other, trying to keep the shoulders off of there. Grab a knee and lift it up. Gutierrez trying to bridge out of there. Bo Rocha going for the pin. Gutierrez bridging up there as he's got the leg in there, just working that left arm as he doesn't have any chest pressure on Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to set up. Rocha will reach up, hook the chin, and put more of the Turk in there now. 1:05 left, second period. Rocha's been on top almost 3 minutes of the match. Still going for the pin, only up by 5. He's trying to improve this pin hold on Benito Gutierrez. Rocha keeps that grapevine in there. He's got kind of a one-arm headlock on him now. Rocha stretching out, trying to get the shoulders down. Reach up. Using that Turk, his right hand to reach up there and push the head down. There's the pin. That was a lot of work to get a pin as Benito Gutierrez fought very valiantly off his back, but we get a 3:30 pin. Is that right, Jason?
3 minutes, 30 seconds. That's correct, Rob.
Okay, we'll have Kalen Brand, a sophomore, up. As he'll take on a freshman, Jared Sevestre. I'm being kind of mean to you, Jason, on yours. So don't forget, Edwards Right Price Market and Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Right Price Market and Flowerland.
Kalen Brandt's match underway. As Silvestre in on a single leg, picks up Brandt, but Brandt sprawls hard. Now he tries a crossface, but Silvestre dumps him down, gets the 2-point takedown to start this match. Brandt up to his feet, hits a switch on the way down, still hitting that switch, trying to get behind. And Silvestre comes back in behind, now over the top, draped over the top with a crossface, trying to get a cradle locked up. Going to pull Kalen Brandt over. No back points as Kalen Brandt rolls through it. They're on the edge of the mat. They'll go out of bounds. 1:05 left in this first period.
Both tall and stringy, but Brandt's about a head taller than Silvestre.
Both tall, lanky wrestlers at 138 pounds. Kalen Brandt tries to stand up. Silvestre pulls him back down. Throws a grapevine in. Hits a crossface with it. Brandt trying to pull him over the top. Get him down on his hip. Silvestre goes over the top. Brandt holding on to a leg. Looks like he's going to get a reversal there. Pick up 2 points for the Brush Beat Diggers. It's tied 2-2 with 35 seconds left in this first period. Kalen Brandt hits a crossface underneath with that barbed wire, running that head. Brandt still with that barbed wire look, but Silvestre back to his base. Brandt needs to get him broke down here and get back into control.
Here, Coach Jake Morrow over there. Oh.
The University wrestler tries to throw Brandt. Brandt still hanging on to a double leg, and we'll go to the second period, tied 2-2.
Yeah, I thought Brandt was going to get dumped out of that kind of a headlock throw when Silvestre lost his control, and Brandt hung on to the leg.
Silvestre's choice, he defers to Brandt. Brandt chooses the bottom position in this second period. Silvestre on the left side. Brandt tries to stand up, gets pulled right back down, didn't clear that arm. Silvestre with a wrist underneath in that crotch ride. Brandt grabs the wrist, pulls it over his head, trying to reach in for a leg. Silvestre trying to, little cradle move. Brandt's going to pull that leg in, looking for the reversal here. He's not going to get it. Silvestre comes back out on top. Brandt with a ankle underneath. Can't tell what's going on the other side, and the ref's going to call a stalemate with 1:20 left in this second period.
Looked like Silvestre had a cradle locked up, but with Brandt hold of his ankle, there wasn't any place that was going to go with it, so they called a stalemate.
Silvestre ready on top from the left side again. Switches over to the right on the whistle. Brandt tried to switch. Just about got pulled to his back, but hits that switch hard enough. In on a single leg. Silvestre in there with a little leg. Looked like a spladle look for a second. He's reaching around trying to grab that ankle with his other leg. Brandt hanging on to that single leg, trying to get a reversal here.
If he give up on that and goes with a double, he might have him on his back. But, Brandt kind of caught in that spladle move, throws over.
Somehow flips out of it, has Silvestre in a headlock as he gets the reversal, going to go up 4-2. Kalen Brandt with that headlock. Oh, and Silvestre just flops back over the top, gets the reversal. We're going to be 7-4, I think, in this match. Silvestre on top.
Yeah, he got the reversal.
time in the second period. Kalen Brandt ahead, 7-4.
Young wrestlers really getting after it.
Kalen Brandt going to take the top position. I don't know, couldn't tell who got the choice, but Kalen Brandt's in the top position to start this third period with wrist control underneath. Not working anything, but has that wrist control now. Sylvester breaks the wrist control. Kalen Brandt trying to pull the arm back for a arm bar, a hammer lock. Has it on his back right now, not working anything with it. Still has that hammer lock, getting a little high, right on the edge of the mat. He's going to let go of that, try to bust Sylvester back down. He's got him flat again with wrist control. There's a 2-on-1. Still with the 2-on-1, breaks Sylvester back down. Now he throws a grapevine right in. Gets thrown over on his hip. He comes back up trying to see if he's trying to get that arm over there or not.
Lost his left arm to Silvestre underneath there.
We're going to have a stalemate called. 40 seconds left in this third period. Kalen Brandt still in the lead, 7-4. Kalen gets on from the left side. Tries to bust Sylvester down. Sylvester just a little hip. I don't know what you call that, Rob. He just hipped over, thought he had the reversal. Brandt comes back up on top. I think he's trying to reach for a cross face and an ankle, trying to get a... Looks like he's trying for a cradle there, but not able to lock anything up.
He's got his leg tied up, and Silvestre not being able to improve on that.
5 seconds left in this match. Kalen Brandt still ahead, busts him down, and he's going to get the win. Pete Digger's going to get another 3 points and go up 43-0 in this duel.
Okay, how about that? As Jake Morrow comes up, let's don't forget some other our sponsors like Morgan Federal Bank, your one-stop shop for all your banking and investment needs. They got checking, savings, IRAs. Morgan Federal Bank at 321 Ensign Street. Morgan Federal Bank, there's a difference. Remember FDIC and an equal housing lender. Okay, we're set for Jake Morrow. Jake, a senior, going against Luis Morales, a sophomore. Morales pretty well put together for a freshman, a little shorter than Morrow. As we go to 145 pounds. There's Morrow with a shot, gets caught in the front headlock. And now Morales around behind. Jake trying to fight it off as Morales throws him down, but Morrow steps over that. Kind of a bear hug look by Morales, and Morrow comes up on top of the takedown. Fought off that kind of a low bear hug, and he's trying to go for that pick and steps. He's got the cross face in there. Now he gets stepped through the leg. Got his Turk on, trying to Turk Morales. Morales getting a lot of that matte light right in his eyes, right under the 10-foot circle as Morrow going for the pin on the sophomore from University. Got that pick and step and that working that Turk. Morales trying to turn into that. Jake gives up on that, goes to the barbed wire. Locks that up, or iron cross. He's got it locked up tight on Morales. His referee's in the way, but Morrow going for the pin. The referee down looking as we're down to 40 seconds left in the first period. And Morrow loses his pinhold. He'll pick up the 3 near falls. Maintains controls. Comes back with that left-handed cross face. He'll pick that near ankle, try to step over it. Now comes back with a cross face with the right arm as he gave up on that pick and step. And he'll try it here from the other side. Now he's got Morales turked over. Right, just steps through the legs, trying to almost stack him up. Morales gets his arms out, but Morrow reaches up, and he's got a body scissor on him, but Morales is underneath of that body scissors and flat on his back as Morrow now gets a half in there if we run out of time in the period. And it'll be 8-0 for Jake Morrow. Morrow will defer. It looks like Morales wants the top position. Morrow looks our way. And quick stand up by Morrow. Morales does that little bear hug thing, but Jake drops down, catches an ankle. He's kind of in a sit-out position, trying to reach back. Now he just reached back, hooks a arm, and Morales is going to get called for locked hands. He's got a body scissor on Morrow. Morrow trying to push that body scissor off. Got an arm locked up underneath there, and he's just about to put Morales on his back. Now he gets some bear hug. He's scissored through the legs and got a headlock on Morales now as we'll get the reversal going Morrow's way. And the pin. Jake Morrow with that headlock comes up with the pin, and that's at 2:43 of the match. Let's take 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome where you step up to 152 pounds, Jason.
Tyler Stratman, a junior for Brush, going against Matt Silvestri. I get them Silvestris again. Of University. Tyler Stratman trying to keep this shutout alive as the Beat Diggers are up 49-0 in this duel over the University Bulldogs. They're tied up on the side of the mat as Stratman reaches down for a double leg, and they're going to be out of bounds.
Silvestri's got the mohawk look going there.
They're dancing around in the 10-foot circle at the moment. Stratman reaches up, grabs a head, ties up. Tyler Stratman still tied up ear to ear. Silvestri trying to pull Stratman down. Stratman drops down to a double leg, gets a 2-point takedown as they squirt out of bounds. Tyler Stratman going to be up 2-0 in this match. 1:09 left in the first period. Stratman gets on from the right side. Hits a crossface and an ankle on the whistle. And reaches through, just trying to bust Silvestri down. Picks up an ankle. Now looking for a half. Half and a leg as Silvestri just rolls through it. Going to get the reversal. Going to be tied 2-2. 45 seconds left in this first period. Silvestri throws a grapevine in for a power half with that. Stratman trying to stand up, get to his base here. Pulls Silvestri over on his hip, trying to roll through. Kicks that leg loose, going to get the reversal and throw Stratman on his back, picking up back points. Ahead 4-0 now, but also picking up back points with an arm and a half here. Silvestri going to roll through. Now Stratman going to go through and get the cradle, but we're going to run out of time as Stratman going to go up 7-2 at the end of the first period.
Stratman kind of got Silvestri in a bunch there and then slapped that cradle on, just run out of time here in the first period.
Had a pretty tight cradle. If he'd have had more time, might have been able to do something with it. Tyler Stratman in the bottom position to start this second period. Silvestri hits a pretty mean crossface on Stratman. Now with wrist control underneath. Stratman trying to get his arms out. Silvestri, I believe, still with wrist control on that one wrist, but Stratman trying to roll through this. Silvestri with a grapevine ride tried to get him in, but Stratman rolls through it, going to come up on top, going to get the 2-point reversal. Now with a crossface, trying to get that cradle again. Has it locked up, trying to pull Silvestri over. Picking up back points now with that cradle. Has him pretty flat.
Bob trying to get in position there because Silvestri's wrapped up pretty tight.
Pretty tight cradle, and there's the pin for Tyler Stratman as Brush picks up another 6 points. Going to go up 55-0 in this duel.
2:58 of the match. How about that? Let's take 30 seconds on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Welcome back to the Digger Dome, and we're at 160 pounds. Justin Bass gets a takedown on Matthew Workman, sophomore for the University, and Workman squirts away for the escape. Justin is senior for the Beat Diggers. He dropped down from 170, and Workman in on a single leg. Bass blocks that, and a little underhook. Bass with kind of a short fireman's look as he tries to improve on that. Workman has a front headlock. Bass will stand up, push away from that. So we'll follow Workman back into the 10-foot circle right under the mat light. Bright mat light tonight. Oh, nice single leg by Bass. Switches off to double, but good job by Workman of backing up, and they go out of bounds. Bass just couldn't hook up the legs there. So we're back underway. 1 minute gone, first period. 2-1 for Bass. He's trying to does a little whizzer as Workman tried a shot. They were kind of facing each other, so they just come back up ear to ear and break apart. Bass feints a shot. Now Workman in on a single leg. Bass trying to hop around here. Just hooking up a whizzer. Workman trying to improve on this single leg. Now there's a headlock by Workman, but he backs away from that. Bass pushes him towards the edge. We'll tie up, work back into the 10-foot circle. 25 seconds left. Bass feints a shot. Workman with a shot, a little underhook by Bass. As Workman hangs on that single, and he'll heel trip Bass right down for the takedown. 13 seconds on the clock, second period. Bass working off the bottom. Workman with a good hard side drag and works 2-on-1. Bass looking the wrong direction there as he reaches back, try to hook a knee, and we're head to the second period. 3-2 for the University wrestler Matthew Workman. And Workman will choose neutral for the second period. And he does a little duck under. Bass catches an underhook and a front headlock. Pushes Workman towards the edge and loses his headlock. And he tie up back ear to ear again. There's Workman shooting in on a single. Bass does a good job of blocking that. Workman staying with that single. Bass looked like he's trying to reach back and hit a switch on the way down, but Workman's going to get another takedown on Bass. Bass kind of got caught on his heel again there. Bass down 5-2 right here at the near edge. Workman looks like he's got the tight waist in there. Looks like he's trying to work in an arm bar, but they'll be out of bounds. Workman's pretty well put together for a sophomore. It's all lean on him. Okay, Bass set, looking our way. Workman in on the left side. Side drag by Workman. Bass can't clear that left arm. His head went into the mat. Now he kind of bucks Workman off. Now he's trying to stand up and peel away. He'll peel away, come up facing Workman in the double leg position. Workman hanging on to a front headlock as they work towards the edge. Bass trying to drag out of that. He's caught on his knees there. He'll stand up, and Workman drags him out of bounds, but the referee's going to give the escape point to Bass. Lost control. Inside a minute to go. Bass with a long-range signal. Workman sprawls away from that. And Bass caught on his knees in front headlock. Bass looked like going for a short fireman. Gets pancaked right to his back as Workman caught a front headlock on him and dumped Bass right to his back with 33 seconds left. And there's the pin. And that doesn't go the Beat Diggers' way as Matthew Workman with a pin. And that comes at 3:28 of the match. First points for the University Bulldogs. Next up at 170, it'll be Ezra Gutierrez, sophomore for the Beat Diggers, as he'll take on a senior, Thomas Witherspoon, from University High. State Farm agent Greg Mullen, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen. And Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. Ackley Building Center, Brush, 1402 Mill Street. Okay, Terrace going against Witherspoon.
They locked up forehead to forehead out there. Terrace tried a little snap down. That didn't work. Witherspoon ties up again. Gutierrez blocks a little shot by Witherspoon. Backs away from it.
Gutierrez dropping down from 182 to 170.
So that circle and just a double leg tackle by Witherspoon gets a 2-point takedown. Right on the edge of the mat. Witherspoon is going to be up in this match 2-0 with 1:05 left in this first period as they scored out of bounds.
Witherspoon towers over Gutierrez. Gutierrez is really deceiving, though. He's quick and moves, and I think he's really strong.
Gutierrez just a sophomore for the Brush Beat Diggers. Grabs an elbow, trying to roll Witherspoon through. Just about to pull him through. Doesn't get it done, and they'll go back to their base. Witherspoon just a little bit too much length to him and had that leg out there. Now Witherspoon with a half. Gutierrez trying to fight it off. Throws a half on from the other side, trying to run that head. Gutierrez trying to fight it off again. Going to end up being dumped to his back, but he's going to roll right through it. Witherspoon pulls him back down. He couldn't quite get rolled through. Witherspoon picking up back points here. Has Gutierrez pretty flat on his toes. Gutierrez trying to fight this off.
4 seconds left.
Witherspoon chest to chest, and there's the pin with 1 second left in the first period. It'll be a 159 pin for Thomas Witherspoon from University.
55-12 now on the team scores. We go to Alec Muir at 182. Alec will take on Vina, Emil Guard. How did I draw that one? There's Vina, exchange student. As we get set to go here at 182. 2 matches to go in our duel. They shake hands. Guard as Muir tries to drag out of that little hole. He's got a grapevine in there on the Vina, or Emil. As Muir gets a takedown. He's not going to be able to hold him there, though, but they'll be back on their feet. We'll give the escape to Guard.
Alec Muir looks quite a bit smaller.
Yeah, he's stepping up a little bit here as going against the bigger University Bulldog.
I think he's probably going up at least 20 pounds, isn't he? I think he was wrestling 160 earlier in the year, now at 182.
I'm sure he is. As they working a 10-foot circle. Here with the 2-point lead. As he tries a shot, gets blocked in a front headlock and gets thrown right to his back. Guard hasn't got control yet. Now he does. Muir's fighting off his back as he's caught in the front headlock. Guard's out, kind of teed out to the front, trying to get chest pressure. He's got the headlock on Muir. Muir trying to got a hip, got a little bit of leverage to keep his shoulder off, but not much. 39 seconds and counting here, first period, as Muir gets dumped to his back. He's fighting out of there with 32 seconds counting, and that'll be the end of the match. 3 straight pins for the University Bulldogs. We'll have Joe Carwin up next for the Beet Diggers, but don't forget our friends down at Platte Valley Hearing Center, 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, getting your hearing to its very best, Platte Valley Hearing Center. Okay, and don't forget High Plains Bank out in Wiggins. No matter what your loan needs are, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins today. Also inquire about checking, savings accounts, as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins.
Joe Carwin, another one of those good freshmen for the Brush Beet Diggers, going against Tanner Reed at 195 pounds. They're underway. A little bit bigger guys here, look about the same size. Joe Carwin in on a double leg, picks him up, dumps him down, gets a 2-point takedown. 25 seconds into this match. Joe Carwin with a big cradle puts Reed right to his back, picking up back points. Looking pretty flat there.
He's pinned from our side. Bob's over on the other side looking. And there's the pin. The Diggers lost 3 in a row, but they come back with a big pin there.
41-second pin for the Brush Beet Diggers to end this duel. And they'll win this duel 61-18 over the University Bulldogs.
Okay, how about that? Justin Garcia, the coach of the University. I see a lot of improvement over their squad, and they've got almost a full squad, which they haven't had the last couple of times we met. So got them looking good. He's good friends with our coach, Troy Lusenhoff. Well, let's take a couple minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome. Everything's done except the wrap-up. Beet Diggers win the duel 61-18. We started at 220 pounds as Jose Rodriguez picks up a forfeit win. Then we went to Jordan Krieger at heavyweight. He also got a forfeit win, as did Conrad Cole as we dropped down to 106. A freshman was hoping to get a matchup with Reese Alley's. Alley's ranked number 14 in the state on the mat, but he was sick today, so they left him home. Mackie Sandoval went at 113. The freshman had a wild match. He was way ahead and then got the pin at 3:58 of the match. Then we went to 120 pounds.
Freshman Alec Peterson for the Brush Beet Diggers ended up winning that match 11-3. Looked pretty good out there at 120 pounds for Brush.
And Brush led the duel then at 28-0 as we went to Elijah Mora. Mora's still ranked at 132 at number 5 as he pinned Brandon Medhurst at 1 minute of their match.
And at 132 pounds, Bo Rocha moves up a couple weights and gets the pin at 3 minutes and 30 seconds over Benito Gutierrez from University.
And at 138, it was Kalen Brandt. He had a tough match as he went against Jared Sandestre, freshman for University, and he ended up winning that one by a decision. I didn't write the score down, but it looks like 7-4. No scoring in the third period on that one, and then we went to 145 pounds.
Senior for Brush, Jake Morrow, gets the pin in 2 minutes and 43 seconds over Luis Morales from University.
And at 152, Tyler Stratman picked up a pin at 2:58 as Stratman went against Matthew Silvestre, sophomore for University.
160 pounds. Brush lost their first match as Justin Bass, senior from Brush, gets pinned in 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Matt Workman gets the pin for University.
And at 170, Ezra Gutierrez just got outhorsed by a senior, Thomas Witherspoon. Witherspoon with a 159 pin at 170 pounds.
182 pounds freshman Alec Muir gets pinned in 1 minute and 30 seconds by Emil Horingard from University.
Alec just got outsized, I think, on that one. He got the first takedown, but then it was all Horingard. Then the last match tonight, Joe Carwin, freshman for the Beet Diggers, took all of 41 seconds to pin another freshman, Tanner Reed from University High, and our team score ended up 61-18. So we'll be back next week. This ought to be a great duel. We're going to have a bunch of the Pee Wee kids out here again, so that'll be a special treat as the Beet Diggers take on the Platte Valley Broncos. And I don't know, we're going to do the Prairie Rattlers again Do you know, Jason?
I think that's who's coming this time again.
So show up early because we'll have lots of wrestling, like 4 matches going at once on the big mat with the little guys, and they're worth the price of admission, which isn't a whole lot considering the price of things today. But we got a few moments while we wait for the coach, and Jason's got out the rankings here. On the 3A side, on the team side, Sheridan, the number 10, Highland in 9th place. Hotchkiss picked to pick up 8th place at state. Eaton is ahead of them in 7th. Centauri, 6th. Valley Vikings at 5th. Lamar at the 4th place slot by Tim Younton on the mat. Strasburg picked to do 3rd at state. And Olathe 2nd. And Tim Younton picking Alamosa to run away with the 3A title.
The way things look, I think they probably could this year. They're a pretty tough-looking team.
Yeah, I didn't mark all the Alamosa kids, but I'm sure there's a bunch of them. Reese Alice was the only university wrestler ranked, and he was ranked at 106, but some of those bigger kids showed me they might be in the running, too.
Yeah, from 160 pounds to 182, had a little bit of strength there that they showed. They're improving for what we've seen from university over the last few years.
Wortman and Witherspoon, even Oregard, pretty big physical specimens and strong and long, and that makes it really tough, especially like for Erza Gutierrez, because he's given up a lot of length in his match. But he'll be better when they meet up again. We were talking about I did some of the rankings here. We're kind of looking at some of the guys in our region, which would be, of course, the Brush Beat Diggers. Conrad Cole ranked number 4 at 106. Eaton's Channing Lewis dropped to 9th. Conrad beat him in the duel by a fall. Ruben Lucero out of Valleys ranked number 10. A.J. Harmil, who we'll see next week, ranked number 13 at 106. And Will Casey from Estes Park at 113 is the highest ranked out of our region, followed by Huser out of Strasburg, who's ranked 7th, and Mark Maestas of Highland ranked 10th, and Austin Van Hooker out of Meade High School is ranked 12th at 113.
I think the way Mackie Sandoval's been wrestling 113 pounds, he could get into that top 10 without too much trouble.
I'm sure he is. And him and Tony Lopez just been banging heads every day in practice, and that along with you've got Cole, Sandoval, Peterson, Mora, Rocha, all in that the first 5 of them, and they're just banging heads every day. That's got to be great in the practice room. Oh, there's a cute little cheerleader running by. Got the 2 pigtails going. Yeah, she looks like she's all about 18 months old. Running around helping pick up the mats. Then we go to 120 pounds. Brush's Bo Roach's highest picked out of our region. He's ranked number 8 at 120, and he's moved all the way up to 132. That tells you how tough our room is. As he ranked number 8 at 120, and he's up at 132. But Alex Peterson ranked number 10 at 126 is a 120-pound spot. Joe Sandesteven out of Strasburg is ranked number 11 at 120. Strasburg's Ari Disher ranked number 1 at the state at 126, followed by Alex Kingsley out of Berthoud at 9. And, of course, Brush's Alec Peterson 10th, but he's down at 120. 132, Brush's Elijah Moore is still hanging in there in the 5th place spot, but Elijah's at 126 pounds. So we'll have to get a hold of Tim Yount, get those kids in the right weight bracket. Jacob Haney out of Strasburg is ranked number 6 at 132. He'll have to put up with Brush's Bo Rocha, so that ought to be a lot of fun. Chris Trujillo, who we've seen last week, is ranked number 3 at 138. He's behind Ortiz, Alamosa, and Adamy out of Lamar, so that's a loaded weight at 138. James Price of Highland is ranked number 1, followed by Justin Smith of Strasburg, ranked number 7. Jake Morrow Brush ranked 8th. Nick Fiegel Berthoud ranked number 9 at 145. So that's where Jake Morrow falls in. 152. Meade's Kyle Couch, ranked number 3. He's got Keys of Centauri and Curtis of Alamosa ahead of him, so another loaded weight there. And Jackson Wright of Valley, ranked number 6. Dakota DeFrancisco, ranked number 12 out of Highland. He was pretty tough last week. At 160, Nick Baldwin of Meade, number 10. And Jordan Ross Strasburg, ranked number 2. That's out of our region. And that'll be taking place up at Weld Central High School. That looks like that'll be a nice facility for our regional. I couldn't get my printer to work, so I have to go by memory on all the kids that are out of our regional. Got that repaired last night. So, but Austin Trujillo out of Valley's ranked number 1 at 170. He's followed by Greg Rademacher of Meade, number 4. Nate DeWitt of Estes Park, number 7. And Dylan Waylert out of La Junta. His grandpa lives over in Hill Rose, so you got to get his name in there. He's ranked number 10. At 182, Jayden Oldernick, who we've seen from Eaton, ranked number 1, followed by Corey Ellis of Berthoud, number 2, and down to Valley's Everett Collins, the number 10th ranked wrestler. Brian McConey of Middle Park, number 1 at 195, followed by Walker Gonzalez of Valley, and Logan Longworth, who we've seen from Weld Central, and his 4th, Kagan Henning. Berthoud is ranked number 5, so another loaded weight. Dalton Shoup of Eaton, ranked number 1 at 220, and he'll face off against Connor Beard from Hotchkiss, who's ranked number 2. We hope to see that matchup. That ought to be a good one, but got to get through Jeremy Ruiz of Gunnison, who's ranked number 3, and Keaton Shasima of Highland, ranked number 4, and then we drop down to Ryan Markham out of Berthoud. He's ranked number 6. Austin Ramos of Valley, number 7, and Platte Valley's Jesus Arguello. And we'll have Arguello next week here right in the Digger Dome, same time, same place, 6:30 next Thursday. We jump up to the big guys, heavyweights. Raul Rios of Platte Valley's ranked number 3. Nick Testro of Meade, ranked number 4, and we drop down to Holden Rexus of Eaton, ranked number 8 at heavyweight. So the team side, we went through that. Alamosa, of course, number 1, Olathe 2, Strasburg 3. Early in the year, he had Brush picked at number 12, but he's only doing 10 places right now. So we'll see if we can catch up to the coach. So let's take a short time out. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome, and we've got Troy Lusenhoff, the new head coach of the Brush Beat Diggers, and kind of caught us there at the end.
Gosh, I mean, I was hoping we could get the 4th skunk of the year, but didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, they got the Witherspoon kid looked really tough, and Wortman's not too bad.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just talked with the coach from university. He's actually an old Loveland High graduate as well. He's got an assistant coach over there. His name's Justin Garcia, by the way, and I was just talking with him. He said his 60-pounder last year qualified, so he was 4th at regionals last year, so pretty tough kid, but not ranked right now. He's had some problems with injuries, but other than that, we need to get Justin Bass there at 60s. We need to get his weight under control, and we need to figure out a way to get him in shape at 60s because he just looks gassed out there. Come second period, come the end of the second and beginning of the third period, he looks like his feet are in quicksand. So
yeah, we got stock show pretty much over with. So
yeah,
get that
exactly,
out of here.
Exactly.
But yeah, he shows you such flashes
of great shots. I mean, he's got a heck of a takedown. It's just whether we can finish it, you know. And so I don't know. We'll work on that here in the next couple weeks, and hopefully we get them ready for regionals. So.
And at Oringard, the transfer student, I'm not quite sure how old he is, but it looked like a monster out there. Of course, Alec Mears stepping up about 20 pounds light.
Yeah, 20 pounds light and a freshman, so not a lot of muscle there yet, but going against a really big kid. How'd you say that? Oringard?
Oringard.
Like that. Yeah, he's a tough kid. Real strong. Looked like one of the stronger 82-pounders I've seen. So.
Really? Call him Vinny.
Vinny, huh? All right. Well, yeah, he's a tough kid. I'm starting to wonder as a coach if we should go back to our old lineup of Ezra at 82s and Bass at 70s, just because the point we had in putting Bass at 60s and having him cut down is because he was so far under at 70s. But the more I see it, I wonder if we're not doing something right off the mat as far as cutting weight goes, and that's a whole nother sport in itself when it comes to wrestling. If you're not cutting the weight right, then it shows. It shows in the match because you don't have legs come the third period, and so sometimes I wonder if we should just let him eat and stay at 70s where he looked strong. He still looked pretty strong and had a lot of energy out there and could go 3 periods hard, but that's something we got to talk about.
Yeah, Ezra, his opponent was just so long. And
he was definitely
and strong.
Weird, very weird.
And Ezra just couldn't get his patent moves to work.
He
didn't have. He's usually kind of overpowering the teddy bears that he was wrestling.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And that's why I think maybe 82s is his spot, And, you could look at it both ways, but at the same time, Mears wrestling up 20 pounds. Ezra would be wrestling right around 8 pounds light at 82s, and Bass would be right around 5 pounds light at 70. So that's something we'll talk about in the future. But other than that, I thought we had a pretty good duel.
Yeah, it was fun. And your young guys stepped up. Mackie Sandoval going against Duran. Mackie he just impresses me every time I watch him.
Oh, great kid. He started really coming on this weekend up at Smoky Hill where he took 3rd place, but wrestled in the semis. He wrestled a tough kid in 5A, ranked kid in 5A, and took him to the last 10 seconds before he got taken down. And just ever since that tournament this weekend, he's been on fire and looking tough. Tough on top, tough on his feet, good on bottom. I'm looking for big things from Mackie, definitely.
Well, that's neat. And Alec Peterson, the freshman, he just dominated his match against a kid that was just really hard to control. He's a Titan Bowie. He's just long and stringy and athletic. But,
yeah.
Peterson
real wiry.
You look at the points, and it doesn't look anything like the match because it's 11-3, but
yeah,
Alec earned every point.
He did, definitely. That kid was, just like you said, strong. Came out firing, very wiry. But Peterson did a good job. I still need to figure out what we can do to get him in better shape. We've been having some real tough practices, and it looked to me like Peterson, I think he could have poured it on still some more. 11-3. I'm looking for big things out of Peterson because I know the potential he has, and very tough kid. And I just think if we could get him in shape, he could be on the podium at state. So we need to figure that out. But he wrestled a great match tonight, definitely.
And Elijah Mora, he just showed his experience in that quick pin at 1 minute over Brandon Medhurst.
Oh yeah, he came off the mat and he's like, "Well, Coach, you think I should have wrestled a little more?" And I said, "Yeah, I wouldn't have minded seeing you get another takedown in there, but first duel in front of the home crowd all year as a senior, I kind of felt bad for him getting all his forfeits all year long at duels, and this was the first match he had, I think, at home, and he ended it in a minute, so not much wrestling going on.
And Bo Roche, they got him ranked here way down at 120, but I think he looks like a natural 132-pounder. He had a heck of a match against a pretty good kid.
Oh, yeah, that 132-pounder came out, big kid, strong kid. And Bo, I mean, for being 4 pounds underweight, Bo comes out firing, throws him to his back right off the back. Beautiful throw. Strong. Bo's a very strong kid. That's why I thought we'd have no problems having him at 32s, and he's done a great job. I don't think he's lost since he's bumped up to 32. So once Tim Yount gets his rankings right and gets Peterson in the right spot, gets Mora and Rocha in the right spot, that's definitely the heart of our lineup right there. Those kids are tough.
Did you break down and look at the rankings?
I've ordered them and I check them out. I always put stars by the kids in our region just to see what we got, where we're at. But yeah, I check them out. They come out again tonight. They come out every Thursday. So.
Okay, I was just giving you a hard time. Some of the coaches.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, rankings really. Every kid in the state's ranked in my mind, but I just like to see what other people think and where they think we're at. So that's the only reason I really check them out.
And Caleb Brandt, you really got to like the effort that he'll give you at 138.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, coming out, had to take Saturday off because he was sick, but came out today, looked tough. Wrestled Jared Silvestre. I think he is a freshman, but Brandt wrestled a pretty smart, good match, and that's what I like to see from Brandt. Brandt sometimes has these mental breakdowns out there, you know, where he'll be up 7-4, all of a sudden he gives up a 5-point move, but today he held it out and looked pretty tough. So I'm looking to see Brandt keep it up and hopefully get a spot to state. So.
And Jake Morrow got a sophomore, and you could really tell the experience. Got the 243 pin.
Yeah, Jake came out looking tough. Almost got taken down there right off the back, but ended up getting the takedown and then just controlled it from there. Looked good.
And Morales, another well-put-together wrestler and strong.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And this university team's young, but they got some talent coming up. They'll be tough in a couple years.
It's nice to see them with almost a full lineup.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Good for the sport. Yeah, they don't have a Pee-wee program or any of that stuff. I talked to the coaches a lot before this duel, and so they're really trying to build a program, and hopefully they keep it up.
Good. Then Tyler Stratman at 152 steps in place of Cookie Barraza. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
And Tyler picked up a 258 pin over Matthew Silvestre, and he had his hands full. That was a big, strong kid, too.
That was definitely a big, strong kid. And what, was that kid a senior? I think he
sophomore.
Oh, he was a sophomore.
The guys told me.
He was a sophomore, but shoot, Tyler, I mean, he's been wrestling for 2 months, and he comes out and takes it to this kid. I mean, near fall, got rolled to his back there one time, kind of scared me over there, but he pretty much dominated that match, and I was very happy to see that from Stratman. It's good watching him get some wins. He's a kid that just gives it 150% every day. Strong kid. He's definitely the most improved on our team by far.
Good. Then Justin Bass, we talked about him. He got pinned at 328. And then Ezra Gutierrez, we talked a little bit about him against Witherspoon, because Witherspoon was just so long and strong. And
he was awkward, definitely awkward. And Ezra goes for that fat man's roll, and he hits it well. And he tried it once, almost had it, but just couldn't quite get it. And that was pretty much our one chance. Other than that, 1 second left in the first period, gets pinned. So that's tough to see.
Yeah, Witherspoon's got that stretch out there. When he tees out,
it's over.
It's a lot of
because that's where Ezra's good, coming off his back. You better watch out.
Yeah.
So.
And Alec Muir lost his, and got the early takedown against a much bigger, stronger opponent in Orencard.
He did. Got the takedown, and then he had a leg, and I thought he might have been able to get some back points there, but he ended up bailing out, which I like to see. Gave one rather than two, and then just went downhill from there. Takedown. It was a takedown straight to the back. So, but giving up 20 pounds, freshman, not near as strong as the other kid, the senior. Is he a senior?
Yeah, and a lot of times those exchange students are an older senior too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Got different rules, I think.
Definitely. But I'm proud of Muir. I mean, he's doing a lot for the team just going up 20 pounds. So I'm happy for him. He did a good job.
Joe Carwin finished it off with a 41-second pin over another freshman, Tanner Reed.
Oh yeah. And I tell you what, this kid I'm very excited about. Joe Carwin finally coming on, finally showing what he can do. At the beginning of the year, he was kind of timid, scared out there, and now his A game has come out, and it's come out at the right time. Regionals 2 weeks away. Carwin last week at Smoky Hill. For all the listeners, he made it to the finals at Smoky Hill. Pinned his first two kids, was wrestling the number 3 kid in the state in 5A from Lakewood, Derek Garcia, and it was tied up 2-2 with about 15 seconds left, and we were in on a double leg and ended up not finishing, spun behind, beat us. So, but great match by Carwin over there at Smoky Hill. So, I don't know, Carwin's got a lot of talent, and that's definitely a kid I see placing at state for us.
I just love to see his grandpa here in Beat Digger colors.
Oh, yeah.
It's just awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely, but tough kid, very tough kid. So,
okay. And we didn't talk about our JV. He's had a first girl-on-girl wrestling match, and that was real interesting. Anna Maltos shows she's pretty tough.
Jeez, Anna, I tell you what, Anna, if she had the strength of a guy, she would be definitely in the starting lineup. Her technique is better than, I'd say, about 45% of our team. Sure, she's got great technique. She hits a beautiful fireman's carry. I'm glad to have her on our team. She has done some great stuff this year. I've seen her pin over 5 kids this year. She's winning a lot of matches, and she just definitely, I would say probably one of the better JV wrestlers we got, definitely. And who knows, she might even crack a lineup sometime. She's a hard worker. She does everything I ask of her, and I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about her.
Well, that's kind of neat. It's a different situation.
Oh yeah, definitely. But she came from Texas, where girl wrestling, it's actually a sport. So they have their own girl wrestling league. So last year, I think she told me she got 40 matches last year, which it shows. She's had a lot of mat time. She's a tough girl. I think yesterday we did over 150 push-ups and 100 pull-ups, and she did every one of them. So tough
customer.
Kid, yeah.
She got the tech ball win 16-0 over Ali Ashkanani, freshman.
Definitely.
So. And Izzy Toralba with a 33-second pin over Jeff Harmon, a junior. That was kind of fun for Izzy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Izzy, I've been trying to get him matches all year. Finally, I mean, this is a kid that he's had probably 10 matches all year, which me as a head coach, I got to do a better job of getting some JV tournaments next year, which is my main goal. Because, I mean, you're only as good as the worst wrestler, and the worst wrestler on your team is what I truly believe. But Izzy comes to practice every day, works so hard. I'm glad to see him get a match and come out, 33-second pin. Great job by Izzy. Wrestling a junior, looks solid. Definitely wrestled a tough match. Good job by Izzy.
Yeah, I was worried the guy's name's Harmer, so it's Jeff Harmer, the junior from university.
Yeah.
Good wrestling name.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, that sets us up for next week. We'll be on the air Tuesday night from Burlington. Do you have a start time on that match?
Burlington is 6:30.
Okay, that'll be here on the air on 1010 KSIR as the Beat Diggers travel to Burlington to take on the Cougars, I think.
Cougars, yeah. BC, Burlington Cougars.
And
we're going to be short a couple matches there next week. We'll be missing a heavyweight. We will be missing an 82-pounder, and we will be missing, we'll have a 13. We'll have Tony Lopez at 13 next week. So.
Okay, where's Mackey next week?
Mackey, I don't like to say it on the air, but we got some great issues that we got to take care of, and if that means not wrestling, that means staying home working on the grades. Regionals right around the corner. We got to have our lineup, so that's what we'll be doing next week.
Okay, well, let's get him in shape.
Get him in shape.
Wrestler, and Tony Lopez is no slouch.
No,
so.
Tony Lopez is a tough kid. I like to have him in the lineup. Junior. Been working hard all year, so I'm glad he gets to get a couple more matches in.
And Burlington ranked number 4 in the state by Tim Yount, and I didn't get through that, but they'll have several kids. It'll be a tough duel for you.
They're ranked pretty much throughout their whole lineup. So.
And Platte Valley next Thursday night here, right from the Digger Dome, and we're going to have the little guys, I guess.
Yep, we're going to have the little guys here. I think the little guys will start at 5:30. Then we will have Parents' Night. And anyone who shows up wearing white, talking to Mrs. Odell, Danielle Odell, the head of the entrepreneurship class here at Brush High School. If you wear white, we are going to do a little thing called a glow out. So they're going to hang glow sticks out at the door. It's going to be dark in here, and if you wear white, you'll get a glow stick. And you'll get to watch some good wrestling. So it should be a full duel, full lineup, and it should be a good time. Come out.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. So we head to Burlington. Hope the weather's good. It looked good on the long term.
Okay,
something like 40s all week or something. I forget. I glanced at it.
All right.
Looked good to me. So, well, thanks a lot, Coach. Good victory
thank
again.
Thank you very much for coming.
Coach,
and we'll see you Tuesday.
Sounds good. Troy Lucenhoff.
All right. Thank you.
Big victory for the Beat Diggers as they win 61-18 over the University Highland Bulldogs, and we'll be back on the air next week, 6:30 from Burlington as the Beat Diggers will take on the Cougars. For Jason Holden, this is Rob Hastings, Rose for running the board, and of course we want to thank all our sponsors as I don't want to forget Central Auto Parts, Premier Farm Credit, Fresh Grocery Cart, Equitable Savings and Loans, CNC Auto Parts, Northern Colorado Title, and, of course, Buildings by Design. Stop by or give them a call at 842-5837. Talk to Pat Walter, Travis Lefevre. Visit them on the web at buildingsbythedesign.com. T.O. Charlie's, Ingmar Phillips, and B&B Appliance, Cargill Meat Solutions, High Plains Bank out in Wiggins, Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland, Ackley Building Center, State Farm Agent Greg Mullen, Platte Valley Hearing, and Morgan Federal Bank. So for all them, and thanks to all our sponsors, and of course all you listeners. So Beat Diggers win the duel as they beat the that was last week, the University Bulldogs 61-18. Good night from Brush.